Late breaking. This is Newswatch 12 this morning.
Good morning. The time is 6:30 on November 20th. Welcome to Newswatch 12 this morning. I'm Danny Stepanovich. You're taking a live look at Mount Shasta from the Mount Shasta Resort. But first things first, we want to turn over to Storm Tracker 12's meteorologist Sarah Kress. Sarah, what can we expect today?
Today, we're starting to see those showers from yesterday wrap up as the system pushes its way out. But a look across the region this morning, mainly calm conditions in general along into the Klamath Basin, Klamath Falls. We're over into Medford, Ashland. Conditions are quiet this morning, but along the coast we are tracking out some showers. And mainly that's where we're going to see them throughout our day today. Could see one of those showers into the early morning hours work its way into our west side valleys, even into western Siskiyou County. But taking a bigger look at the picture, we're going to see drier conditions mainly throughout our day. We still do have the slight chance too for some showers over into Lake County, but in general very dry. But this morning is going to be very cold. We're at 37 for Medford, 37 also for Grants Pass, 36 to Montague, 32 for Klamath Falls, 36 for Lakeview this morning, 29 in Chemult, and along the coast we're at 46 for Brookings. So very chilly start to your morning, and even those afternoon hours we can expect it to be not warming up too much. We'll see those temperatures peak into the 50s today, the lower 50s in the Rogue Valley, but notice most of your day will be spent into the 40s. Sunrise this morning at 7:09. We'll see it set tonight at 4:45. Still getting a lot of dark time for us this time of year. Here's a closer look at those high temperatures today, feeling rather chilly. Now, rain chances in general will linger this morning if we do see any by the time we're into the afternoon. Much drier, and we'll transition over into a dry pattern as we end out our week into our Friday and into your Saturday. With that being said, we'll be seeing mostly clear skies tonight, and temperatures will drop down rather chilly tomorrow morning and even into your Saturday. So I'll let you know what to expect in the days ahead when it comes to those temperatures, and take a closer look at our system moving out coming up in your next forecast.
Thanks, Sarah. We start at a Grants Pass. Last night, in a 5-3 vote, the City Council approved a resolution authorizing a notice of intent and grant agreement with Elk Island Trading Company. The 5-year plan would create a 24-hour managed shelter by June 1st on a vacant lot near Bi-Mart off Redwood Highway. The Elk Island would partner with the Mobile Integrative Navigation Team to run the site. The room was packed with many urging the council to vote yes.
Let's pull together and do this. Please transcend your previous ideals and vote yes on this. Thank you.
Let me just say up front that I would ask you tonight to approve this and move this forward.
I really want to express my sincere thanks to the council members who voted to move this forward.
To me, it's self-evident what's going on here. It's a hold your nose and vote for this thing.
Newswatch 12 will continue to keep tracking the shelter developments and bring you any new updates as they unfold. Also in Grants Pass, today, the Great American Smokeout is encouraging smokers to take the first step towards quitting. The event runs from 10:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. at the Josephine County Library. Visitors can access resources and support to help quit smoking, all part of the national effort led by the American Cancer Society. Learn about the benefits of quitting and how to help a person who smokes quit. And still developing, an update on power outages in Jackson County. Right now, about 2,720 homes are without electricity. That's roughly 9% of Pacific Power customers. Crews are working to restore power and will continue to monitor the situation throughout the day as updates become more available. 2 years ago, the Medford School District hosted a large-scale emergency response drill to prepare for a mass casualty event. That exercise is now featured in an HBO documentary. Newswatch 12's Grace Ritz spoke with leaders of that exercise about how it's sparking nationwide conversations about preparedness.
Medford School District and local law enforcement is being featured in an HBO documentary for their groundbreaking large-scale emergency exercise back in 2023. Thoughts and Prayers is sparking renewed conversations about preparedness and planning for the worst before it happens.
Nobody is not vulnerable from the violence of our communities.
Move.
Ron Havenier, who served as the Medford School District's Director of Safety and Security, oversaw the exercise that brought together 450 participants from 30 local agencies, all working to put their systems and procedures to the test.
The primary training audience for the exercise was our first responders. Learning objectives and training objectives on let's open up our lines of communication with our first responders. Let's build those partnerships before an incident occurs.
This partnership has created a ripple effect, inspiring other districts in our region and across the nation, many of which are shown in the documentary, to review their own procedures and run drills to spot potential weaknesses early.
It really was the beginning for systemization of schools, not only in the Medford School District, but across our region. It's now spread across the state. It's now being talked about across the nation.
Rod now leads Advanced Security and Leadership, an organization that focuses entirely on securing schools and communities across the nation.
Firearms-related incidents are the #1 killer of children in our nation. I think what we are trying to do at this moment is safety and security is a keystone action in our communities. If we can start somewhere with securing an entity like a school or a business or an airport, then that can spread to other areas.
To report any threats or safety concerns, visit the Safe Oregon tip line. Reporting in studio, I'm Grace Ritz.
And just yesterday, Governor Tina Kotek signed the Community Safety Firearms Act, which hopes to prevent gun violence across the state. Senate Bill 243 bans the production, possession, and transportation of rapid-fire devices. Production and transportation will become a felony offense, while possession will become a misdemeanor. It also states where guns can and cannot be carried in public spaces, while giving local governments the ability to adopt policies for their own buildings. And more than 5 years after the 2020 Labor Day fires, PacifiCorp has now agreed to pay $150 million to settle claims from 1,400 people impacted by the fires. The company says it settled nearly 4,200 wildfire claims for $1.6 billion. This represents approximately 70% of individual claims in Oregon and California. PacifiCorp says they remain open to settling claims related to the Echo Mountain, 242, and South Obenchain fires. A closer look at this settlement can be found on our website. And CAL FIRE is urging safety after responding to several structure fires in recent days. Thankfully, no one was hurt thanks to working smoke alarms. As temperatures drop, officials remind everyone to heat their homes safely. Make sure your chimney is inspected before using a wood stove, dispose of ashes properly, and keep at least 3 feet of space around heaters. Lastly, always double check that your smoke alarms are functioning properly. And new this morning, remember those goats at the Phoenix Talent School District? Well, they're expecting baby goats to be born very soon. The students in the agriculture class performed ultrasounds on 3 female goats yesterday, and all 3 are pregnant with baby goats. Though it is not the goats Mia and Tia expecting, this is still an exciting time for the district. Newswatch 12's Carlos Murrieta will have the details later this evening at 5 and 6, so be sure to tune in. Mercy Flights announced a new protocol designed to provide emergency medical care and transport for working canines in Jackson County. It hopes that canines who conduct drug and firearm detection, as well as search and rescue dogs, receive professional medical treatment. Before this, there was no mechanism to treat injured canines in the field. Now, Mercy Flights can treat and transport these vital partners in public safety. Mercy Flight says its yearly paramedic trainings include canine physiology.
We're trying to bridge the gaps in healthcare. We can take care of the human aspects every day, like we do already. Now we're just expanding that to take care of our canine partners out in the field.
Medford Fire also participated in the training, with additional fire departments following next year. Mercy Flights will use existing ambulance equipment, supplies, and medication by adjusting pediatric doses for canine patients. And continuing our coverage on that young humpback whale found near Yahtutz, ODFW is now helping investigate how the animal became entangled in commercial crab gear. ODFW says the cause of the stranding is still under review. A necropsy team examined the whale to better understand its condition and what led to the entanglement. The agency says preventing entanglements has been a priority as humpback populations grow and interactions with fishing gear increase. And happening now, Christmas tree permits are now on sale, and both the BLM and Forest Service say it's a great way to get outdoors and save some money this holiday season. Tree permits cost just $5 this year and let you harvest a Christmas tree on approved BLM and Forest Service land around Medford, Grants Pass, and even Gold Beach. BLM says it's important to plan ahead, check road conditions, and make sure you're actually on public land that's open to cutting. And Medford Fire is reminding residents that free chipper days are underway today from 9 to 2 to help cut down on fire fuels. Medford Fire, Parks and Rec are using industrial chippers to turn wood debris into mulch, reducing fuel buildup ahead of the fire season. Residents can drop off clean wood debris at Donahue and Fickner Parks. And we're continuing our annual Stuff the Truck campaign where we fill an entire semi-truck with groceries to be donated to local food pantries. We've reached more than 2,700 bags of groceries, but we still need almost 4,000 more to reach our goal. If you want to help us stuff the truck, all you have to do is visit any Ray's food place and buy a $25 bag of groceries at checkout. Then we'll make sure those donations go to local families. You can also head over to kdrv.com to make a monetary donation.
This morning, we're checking out some showers mainly along the coast, some lighter ones inland, but throughout your day today, the coast is where you're more likely going to see those showers, which should wrap up throughout our day today. As we switch over into the weekend, we will be seeing drier conditions and ending out our work week with some chillier mornings ahead. I'll let you know exactly what you can expect coming up in our next forecast, and of course, take a closer look at what you can expect over the weekend.
And still ahead this morning, President Donald Trump signs a bill requiring the Justice Department to release the Epstein files into law. Thanks for starting your morning off with Newswatch 12. You're taking a live look at Mount Shasta from the Mount Shasta Resort. Have a great Thursday.
You're watching Newswatch 12 this morning. Live, local, late breaking.